Hi everyone, I'm going to make this video a real brief overview of how you can find academic sources. It's really important you use academic sources throughout your inquiry journey to give you the best source of information, and that is what has been published by scientists who are out there doing the research that we can't do as students. So, really important step if you are really new to using the internet for academic sources, then this video will be really useful to you particularly, but it might be a nice refresher for everyone else. They also have very important journals that usually cost money. When you are searching the internet, you might find an article, but it might ask you to pay for it. Now, this is where the library comes in because they already pay for an awful lot of journals that would otherwise cost you hundreds of dollars to access. So make use of their resources. But if you are new and you think a library is a little bit overwhelming, the best option, and is usually where I start as a researcher myself, is to use Google Scholar.
So I'm going to take you through a basic search using Google Scholar so you can see how the library link function is live and enables you to find articles that are not available either in a web page version or in a PDF version. And so I thought I'd just show you this function with just an example of, we'll do STEM, and using Boolean searching we might do the early years. And I thought we might include transition. Okay, so there are three key areas here, and I'm just using this as a purely an example, and hit search. Okay, so what you can see in the results, you can filter results by age, etc. However, you can also have a quick look and see what is available in the 0.12 second search function about what comes up in the area of STEM, being in the early years, and also transition. Now, some of these keywords might need to be edited to make sense for the search engines, but in most cases these are general terms. And you can have a look by scrolling through and seeing what is available. Of course, you can filter this by date if you want to customize it for the last 5 years or even further back. It just depends on what you're looking for. However, just to keep this focused, you can see here this is where the Flinders Library is indicating it keeps this article in its database. But you can also see that it is available in a HTML, which is a basic web page. So you can access this either way. You also have options these days with PDF straight supplied from either a university or from a backup research tool. Sometimes ResearchGate is a very common way of accessing a unpublished version of an article. So it's usually the one that comes before being published. So there's a lot of different options here. You can also see that if you were to follow through on some of these, you would be taken into a web page, for example this one. And we'll accept. Okay, and you can have a bit of a read through the abstract to see if it's relevant to what you would like. Okay, if it is, well then you can, in this case, you can actually obtain this from the website by downloading the PDF here. It's an open access article. If we go back, if you'd like to have a look at how to find an article using Flinders, so for example, maybe you're interested in this article, it's only available through Flinders here. So if we click on the link, and we'll follow it through into the university library. Okay, and we can access this via this link, and we're just following it step by step. Okay, so you can see here this is a book. It looks like a book chapter based on the page numbers provided, and again you could have a read of the abstract to see if it is relevant to you. If it is, you could download this section, okay, and save that for use. One of the most important aspects when using work published by others is that you are referencing and giving the citation where you use it. So if we go back into the search feature, and we'll just jump back. For this article, for example, you can obtain most of the data is kept here in the citation. Okay, and you could copy most of this and be quite close to being able to represent this for APA style. However, it is clear as a quick overlook that there is some included information here that isn't relevant in the newer style. So APA 6 had some changes to make it a version 7. So you've got a great starting point here, and you could copy and paste this. However, there is also an option here to import this into EndNote. Now, EndNote is a tool that can help manage your references and citations, and can also help have a smooth transition to insert them into Word documents. That's going to be the case of another video, but I just wanted to introduce that the citation is included here and is a great starting point for you to cite the author correctly. You'll find also, if you read this article and you go, this is exactly what I wanted to look at, then you can also look at related articles. Sometimes these are really important inclusions that link to the same area. Sometimes this article has been used by the other articles you can see listed, or vice versa. They somehow have a connection, usually with the keywords or with the authors involved. So as you can see here, this author is the same as this one, and so on. But when you are looking through these related articles or sources, you will see some other potential papers or sections that you would like to explore. But if you are also looking, say, for this example here, that is got some developmental aspect towards it, you will see that, yes, you can view the web page, you can access it through the library, and you can also get the citation information from here. But this is a good example, if I open this citation up, of what happens when the database that we're using, which is connected to Google Scholar as the search engine, has missing information. So if you were to copy this citation and paste that directly into your assignment, you're actually missing key information that is required for you to cite this source correctly using the APA 7th edition. So yes, this is a great starting point, but it also proves that the knowledge that you have of what elements are required for each of the types of sources is really important. So here we can copy this and have a head start on the authors, the year, and the title. But what we're missing are key connections to where it's actually published. Okay, for that level of information, you do need to go and find the article. Now I'm just going to use the web version. Open up the PDF just to make it easy, and I can find all the key information that I need added up here. So here's the journal name. Okay, here's the volume and the edition number, and here are the page numbers for this, and here's the DOI number, starts here and continues on. This information needs to be added in with that previous information in the format that you will recognize as APA. So if I just jump back, you'll see again in the citation here, if you were to copy this straight in, even using the EndNote importation, you would be missing information that is key. And so you will have to add that in yourself. This is quite a common issue to find, and you just need to be aware of the different aspects that you need to provide for a complete reference.